Hello everyone, this is Argentine Spotter and I welcome you back to the channel. Today's build will be of an aircraft that is possibly more famous than the Spitfire or the Bf-109. The Fokker DR.1 in one from the Red Baron from Revell in 1/28 scale. Since this aircraft only has a rotatory engine, I won't be building the propeller because it's a single unit, but I will be building the cockpit, gluing the fuselage, and then building the wings, which will then need to be painted separately or together. I assembled the entire airframe, and then since there aren't many pieces, I will paint the aircraft, decal it, and call it finished. So I hope to see you in this build, and I hope you like it. Take care and see you all in the cockpit construction. Take care. Alright guys, I will start constructing the Fokker with the wings. I have already separated them from the spruce, as you can see, and they are pretty big. And some of them are a bit warped, but they will be corrected once I glue them together. The color scheme of the Fokker DR.1 inside is pretty simple, black with ochre sides, so that's what I'm painting my kit as. Okay, let's start with the wings. As you can see, the instructions have it, the part number is etched into the wing. Okay, now let's start gluing the wings. Of course, the glue had to block the nozzle. There we go. I'll apply glue here and here. Let me remove a bit of it. Then I'll apply glue to this side. Applying glue here and here. I'll apply glue over here. And now I glue the middle wings together. No, the lower wing together, I think it is. I'll grab some tape. There we go, taping it together. Taping it off camera, and here we have one of the wings done. Now let's go with the top wing. Let me check if the glue still flows. It still does. And I'll apply glue to the sides. Sorry if my hands are a bit shaky. Applying glue here and here. Applying glue here again. Of course, some glue had to go to an incorrect place. Applying glue to the middle side of the wing. And now I'll repeat the same step. I will glue the wings together like this. There we go. Now that it's located, I will grab some tape. There we go. One side is done. course I had to turn the camera to one side. Applying tape here. Taping here. And applying tape over here to the middle section. Perfect. It still needs some glue on the middle. No, it doesn't. Luckily it doesn't. Now I'm taping everything together. And now I'll turn my attention to the lower wing, where the landing gear gets attached. Applying glue here and here. Applying glue here. There we go. And now I glue these two together. Hopefully I nailed all the parts, all the gluing surfaces, so the plastic doesn't melt by accident. There we go. The wings are now glued together. Here we have them, the 3 sets. Now I will go back to the inner parts and keep painting them. When it's time to glue the cockpit, I will glue it together and then attach it to the fuselage side. So take care, as you all in the next clip. Alright guys, with the wings complete, it's time to assemble the cockpit of the Fokker. I have painted some of the parts in matte black and the canvas interior in beige, and I picked out some of the smaller details with several colors. Okay, first let's grab the cockpit floor, this one, and attach one of the support for the seat here. This one goes on like this. Let me check instructions. It's some sprue to be removed. And it doesn't have any locator points for this part, so I'll just add glue here and here again, and I'll attach this part over here. Does it go on like this? Let me check instructions. It should go like this. Should it? Let me check the instructions again. I think it goes on like this, yes. Yeah, I'll leave it like that. I'll apply some more glue here. I'll now glue the pilot seat, which goes over here, and here applying glue again. and I'll attach the pilot seat over here. Of course it had to fall over. I'll apply glue again. Correct the placement of this part, and I'll attach it on like this. There we go. Now I will add one piece that goes over here, which I don't know its name, and it's this one, which attaches on over here. Now it's time to add the control stick, which goes in here. It attaches on like this. There we go. And now it's time to add the rudder pedals, which go on over here in this section. Like this. There we go. Now what I will do is to glue the cockpit into the fuselage side, and then I'll glue the fuselage together. But first I will attach the instruments that go over here. This one attaches like this. And now carefully I will glue the cockpit inside the fuselage. This one goes on like this. There we go. Perfect. And now carefully I will apply glue to the sides of the fuselage in order to glue it together. Applying glue here and here. Applying glue to the fuselage sides. I won't be rigging this kit because I don't find it amusing. So I'll just glue everything and paint it. There we go. Now carefully I will apply some more glue to the contact points of the cockpit. Applying glue here. And I'll attach them together. Is it attached? Yes, it is. Let me correct off camera one of the details. There we go. Like this. Perfect. And now I'll tape the fuselage sides and attach the vertical horizontal stabilizer. Let me check for the fit of the lower side of the cockpit, which I think was alright. Now I have to apply again glue. I should have left it as it was. There we go. Applying the tape. applying here the tape. Now carefully I will apply more glue here. There we go. One tape goes over here. Like this. And now I will add the horizontal stabilizer, which is a single slab of plastic. This one. It attaches on like this. But first let me remove some plastic. There we go. Now I'll apply some glue to this side. Applying glue and more glue. Now I'll apply the stabilizer in place. There we go. Now I just have to check for the parts to dry thoroughly. And now what I can do is to add the top and no, I think what can I do? I'll glue the middle wing to the fuselage, and then tomorrow I'll paint the reinforcement bars for the wings, and I'll glue the 3 units to the fuselage. Okay, now let me apply glue here. And I'll attach it on like this. Is this the middle wing? No, it isn't. I think it's not. Oh no, that's the lower wing. This one is the wing that goes in the middle. Apply more glue. This one gets added like this. Oh, there's tape here. Let me apply some more glue. Let me add it in place. It's not fitting properly. Okay, now what I will do is to leave everything like this, and I'll tune back in tomorrow to add the wings. Alright guys, while the fuselage is drying, I thought it would be convenient to start building the engine. This is a simple assembly, only 3 parts. So now what I will do is to grab the front section of the engine and glue it together. Applying glue to every nook and cranny. There we go. And now I'll install it like this. There we go. And now the remaining part, which is the a ring of some sort, it will be added like this. Like this. There we go. Now that the engine is complete, which was a small 1-minute assembly, I will leave it together with the machine guns, which are over here, and I'll check back in tomorrow once it's time to add the other wings. There we go. Take care and see you tomorrow. Alright guys, as you can see I have already attached all the wings together to the fuselage. I didn't have much fun doing so because the cabin struts were overly long, the top wing didn't have a positive alignment, and the only ones I did have no issues with them were the middle and lower ones. I didn't record the assembly because it was too fiddly and had to have the model too close to my face and it wouldn't have been focused on the camera. So yeah, now that the wings are drying, I leave them overnight for tomorrow, and then tomorrow I will attach the engine and start painting the kit. So take care and see you all tomorrow. What I'm going to do about the markings is that I will use the white backed early iron crosses for the wing, because I saw a profile from Cutting Edge that showed the white backing of the crosses showed a bit from the recently applied red, and then later in April the crosses were overpainted and replaced with straight edged Balkan crosses. So I'll see you tomorrow once it's time to attach the engine. Alright guys, before I install the engine to the kit, I will talk a bit about the color scheme that this aircraft will have. At first I was thinking on doing the red buttons all red scheme, but then since I didn't like the iron crosses or Balkan crosses, the Balkan crosses that were on the later parts of the conflict, I decided to go for Fokker DR.1, also from Richthofen's 141/17, which had an all red upper surfaces but light blue under surfaces. This will be a bit of a pain to mask because I have all of these surfaces which need also glue here, but I think I will go for that scheme, which doesn't need many changes in the decals, only one that needs to be painted. Okay, now let's go to the kit, but first I will glue the wings here, which somehow they didn't bond together properly. Now I'll add some tape. It's quite annoying because I left the entire kit dry overnight and the wings didn't cure properly. Okay, now let's add the rotary engine. First I will apply some. Now I know why this part isn't gluing correctly. It's because there's a ridge in the nose, which I will remove with my knife, which is what I'm doing right now. I'll dry fit the part, and now it fits. It's a very tight fit, luckily, so almost needs no glue. Okay, now let's glue the part, applying quite a bit of glue to the nose. I glue the mounting point for the engine. There we go. I will apply glue here. Now I'll add the rotary engine, and now I will glue the cowling, which needs glue on the edges. Here and here. And here. And now carefully and without touching the rotary engine, I will glue it in place. There we go. Finally, the Fokker is starting to take its normal shape, which is that of a very interesting machine of World War I, which is a time period I don't usually model because I don't really like World War I aircraft, but whatever. Now I'll leave this tape together, And what I was thinking on doing to replicate the edged canvas here is to grab some tape and apply apply some putty over the area, this area here and here. You can see this kit was originally tooled by Revell in 1981, but inside of the wings says 1957, which was the original tooling. I will fill this area, and yeah, I'll try to start painting it tomorrow or maybe later today, but I leave the aircraft to dry fully, including the wings, because they didn't cure properly. So take care and see you all once the kit is painted and the decals are applied. But before that, I will paint several of the landing gear surfaces and all of that. So take care and see you all in the next clip, which will be the installation of the landing gear if everything goes well, and if it doesn't prove to be much of a fiddly step. Take care. Alright guys, with the Fokker painted, it's time to add the decals. The scheme chosen, as I told you, was 14117, one of Richthofen's Fokker DR.1s, but this one wasn't painted entirely red. On the top surfaces it was carmine red, and on the bottom surfaces it was light blue. The rudder was painted white, and the small details that I accidentally overpainted when applying the main camouflage were repainted with black or white. Now it's time to add the decals, which I read they were very thick and fragile, so I will try to apply the rudder one, and if it breaks, well, I don't know what I will do. So yeah, I will start decorating now. Take care and see you later. Alright guys, with the aircraft fully decalled, it's time to build the final important assembly, which is the landing gear. As you can see, the wheels were painted with red hubs and light blue and tire tire black rims, and I have also painted the lower surfaces in red and in light blue. So first off, I will glue the wheels in place like this, applying glue to the sides. There we go, one wheel is on, and the second one is on too. There we go. Now I will follow the instructions and glue piece 30L to the side, to this side, like this. Let me carefully let me open the hole a bit more, and here too. Now let's apply more glue here, and I glue this part here, and now I will glue 2/9 right also to a landing gear skid, which goes over here. There we go, the parts are secured in place. And now I will leave this to dry overnight together with the decals, so when I come back tomorrow morning I will be able to attach everything in place. But before that I'll varnish the aircraft, attach the smaller pieces such as the footholds and all that, and then I have the model complete. Here you can see the iron crosses, and this one goes on like this. they attach like this. So yeah, take care and see you all later when it's time to glue the parts. Take care. Alright guys, now that the varnish has cured and I have added all the remaining smaller parts for the kit, it's time to begin the final assembly, which is the landing gear and the propeller. First I will glue the landing gear, which has already been assembled, and then I'll add the propeller, which shouldn't prove too much of an issue, hopefully, and I won't end up breaking anything once they are located in the aircraft. Just let me file the instructions. There we go, into the box. You go. Then the last remaining pieces will be the machine guns, which they still need some paint. Okay, now let's glue the landing gear. I'll glue the landing gear now. Applying glue to the holes for it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now carefully I will add the gear in place. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. It should hopefully dry evenly. Now the propeller goes in place. Applying glue here to the shaft. I glue the propeller like this. There we go. And once the landing gear is dry and the propeller is dry too, hopefully it will still spin, I will add the machine guns. I will be able to call this build of the Red Barons Fokker DR.1 14117 complete. The machine guns are here. Okay, I hope to see you in the final assembly, which will be the machine guns, and then I'll give a brief overview of this kit and I'll take the final reveal pictures and I'll publish the video. Take care and see you all in the machine gun installation. Alright guys, with the aircraft on its wheels, it's time to add the final pieces, which are the machine guns. Once they are attached, I give a brief overview of the kit, if I enjoy it or not, and then I'll go on to other projects. First off, we have to add, I don't think the machine guns are keyed. No, they aren't. So what I will do first is to add glue to the mounting point of this machine gun, and then here. Now I grab the machine gun and glue it. Can you see me? Yes, you can. Glue it here. There we go. One machine gun is done. It is on. Now I'll add the second one. I'll glue it in place, applying glue here. And this one goes over here. Where's the hole? Here it is. There we go. Now this one is glued, and now I'll attach this one correctly, and it goes over here. There we go. Now that the machine guns are on, I can call this Fokker DR.1 from the Red Baron in 1/28 scale from Revell finished. It wasn't a bad kit for 1957, which was the original tooling. I did enjoy rebuilding this part of my childhood, and also was a very different machine from what the instructions call, with the light blue undersides and the big crosses for Richthofen's aircraft. It was the first kit in which I used Revell's Red 36 Carmine rod as guns blazing, as the Americans would say. And it wasn't a bad kit, as I told you. It had some flash, the parts fitted okay. The wings were what gave me more trouble, because the top wings didn't want to align. And as you can see, I skipped the rigging because I don't enjoy it. And what I don't enjoy, I just leave it off. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next one, which will be finally this FW190 D12 from Hobby Boss in 1/48 scale as a Strike Witches dim aircraft. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, as I told you, and also keep the legend going. Don't let the legend die, as Sabaton would say. Take care.
And nothing there in between. The flying soldiers on the man from Russia. The sky in a plane, this man commands his domain. The western frontier all the way to Russia. Death from above, you're under fire. Stay red as blood, it's roaming higher. Born a soldier from the horseback to the skies. That's where the legend will arise. And he's flying higher, the king of the sky. He's flying too fast and he's flying too high. Higher, an eye for an eye, the legend will never die. First to the scene, he's a lethal machine. He's not the able and the tide is turning. Fire the whale, it is the thrill of the kill. For invasion down with engines burning. Embrace the flame, red squadron